It is, especially with big safeties like I was coming out of high school. You know, they're really looking for those guys like that because it's really hard to find big guys that can move in space and still run. So I feel like the game is definitely changing. It's going to see a lot of linebackers like that here in the near future. Really, I look at Darius Leonard. He came in as an undersized linebacker, and people was questioning was he going to be able to play at his undersized. But he's balling. It's hard not to see him on the field, not to miss him, and he's going to be a legend one day. Really, Michael Parsons. I like him just being able to spin down, rush the passer, and then like I said, Darius Leonard and Fred Warner was a couple of the guys that I loved watching while I was in college and just trying to model my game after them. I haven't. I've talked to the Cowboys a lot. Dan Quinn, I seen him a lot around the Texas facility while I was there. So, being able to chop it up with him, hear their informal interviews, and then talking to them at the recent Senior Bowl, that defense, it's amazing. And being able to play along some of them guys, it would be fun. Great meetings. Really just watched my film. They talked about how they love my relentless effort, and it's a lot that they can do with me in their system. So it was a great overall formal interviews with them. Just being able to be versatile. Pass rush on certain downs. Being able to move around, have teams game plan for you basically because you're able to do so much. I feel like it was one of those things where you had to be a team player. It was more about the team than what was going on in the front office, and I feel like that's anywhere where you go. And it actually helped me in the long run because you never know when coach is gonna, go over here or go over there. So basically, just learning all those systems, getting used to being uncomfortable, putting in situations where you got to relearn a lot of stuff. You take it in from a lot of guys that done had experience everywhere. So at that point, it's just gaining more knowledge. Oh yeah, without a doubt. I used to stay. I mean, iron sharpening iron every day. That guy, he's special. I really just can't wait to see where he ends up and ready to see him dominate this league because the stuff that I seen in practice, a lot of people didn't get to see on game day. So he's a special player. He's naturally God-given talent. It's some stuff that you can't coach. So I'm excited to see where he lands. I was. Baseball, track, basketball. I done it all. I lived off sports. That was my family sports. Besides football, I would say I was a heck of a baseball player. I played every position. Every position. It was easier than what I thought it was going to be. The transition was a little funky because it happened during the COVID year, so I wasn't able to get like a full off season or full summer at that position. So it was really like getting thrown right into the fire. But after our first game and a couple fall camp practices, I just felt natural to me. Everything was happening a little faster, so getting used to that, getting used to deal with big guys every play. But like you said, I love being physical, so it was something that I was able to just grow. And this last year, I felt like was one of my best years. It was more of it was more of like a mutual thing. We had some dogs at safety: Caden Stearns, B.J. Foster, Chris Brown, some veteran guys, and it was kind of light at the linebacker position. And I knew that, me being on the field could help the team, whether that was on special teams or anywhere on the field. And the linebacker position was wide open. So went to Coach Herman and Coach Hustler at the time, and we talked. And as soon as I got in the position room, it just felt natural. Really just like a Buda Baker or Isaiah Simmons, being able to, move around on the field, not really just having a set position. That's why I feel like, any team that drafts me, I'm able to go right in and fit in because I really have no set position. I'm versatile where I can just step on the field and play anywhere. Yesterday the day before I had 7 formal interviews and I got 3 today. Uh, Washington, New England, the Jets, Cleveland, Dallas, Detroit, and that's it so far. It went great. Got to talk to Dan Quinn, and he, from what it looked like he loved me. So that's a good sign, especially with them being so close to home, growing up around Cowboy fans. That's always been a dream. But the meeting went great. We watched some of my film. I was able to learn some stuff while I was in there talking to him. So hopefully we keep those conversations going. Well, the first year, well, not Chris Ash, but Coach PK was more of a quarters vision type of guy. So we was playing more just like soft coverage, but with Chris Ash, it was more like match what we played last year, like a quarters match. So it was more like let's get hands on, let's get in guys' face. So it was a lot of same as, but more I feel like more physical with this past year with PK. Well, a lot. We came in together 2018, and Junior was always a dog, still is. I'm actually happy to see what he's going to do at Oregon. But strong, it was always a big hit when we went against each other, so it was always fun.
What made him so top of the interior offensive lineman and able to start, I think, close to 40 games for you guys before he got hurt this year?
Just his mental, how he came into the game. You wasn't gonna be able to take him out. He wasn't gonna get tired, and he was gonna always go hard every play. So that was one thing that we knew about Junior. And then as far as like how smart he was, he knew what every offensive lineman was supposed to be doing that play. And if anybody needed help, he was gonna be that guy that you can call on.
Were you surprised when you did junior day and you didn't get the bag? Like, I feel like that was a little bit surprising for some people. It feels like you put your guys' job back and back protection. Came back closer to like, were you surprised about that?
Well, I felt like that was a junior and a Coach Sark thing. I felt like he knew what was best for him in the long run, and me being his friend and his brother, I supported him no matter what he decided to do.
How do you feel like the Senior Bowl helped your draft stock?
I was able to showcase some stuff that I wasn't able to showcase throughout the season, as far as like block destruction, using my hands, my long arms, and showing that I can compete with some of the best players in America.
What was the best player you felt like you compete with after the season?
It's really hard to name just one of them, but I feel like just being out there in general, being able to learn from guys in the linebacker room, and just go against some of those big and talented offensive linemen that you might see go in the first round this year. Uh, that's all I can say about that.
Has it been easy for you in the interview process? Has it been easy for you to feel comfortable during the interview process with these teams? How do you feel like?
I have. That's one thing that I enjoy about the Senior Bowl. You was able to sit in front of all 32 teams and talk to them and kind of get ready for this. And especially being at Texas, it's cameras everywhere. The media is, everywhere. So kind of having that in my background has made this process way easier.
What's some of the feedback you've been receiving in this draft process?
As far as good, bad,
Whatever, yeah, just any kind of feedback you've been receiving.
just we love your relentless effort. It's hard not to see you on the field. You always around the ball. You feel like you bring the energy to the field. It's that's kind of some of the main things I receive.
As you